I'm Jeff Stormer, and I host Party of One, an actual play podcast focused on two-player role-playing experiences. Every week, I sit down with a friend.
J.R. Goldberg.
Alvaro, a.k.a. Wormtooth, formerly MC Blackwolf.
Danny Costello.
My name's Rich Howard.
I'm Sharung Biswas.
We play a two-player role-playing game. We share some laughs.
An absolute blast to play.
It was a delight to run my game with someone who got so into it.
It was so easy to do.
Seeing the creativity just blossom right in front of my eyes.
Maybe a few tears.
I've never had a game make me question my previously staunch moral compass.
Jeff makes the greatest serial killer.
And we have a really good time.
It's a great way to take a chance on a new role-playing game.
Truly exemplifies what is wonderful about a game with just two people driving the narrative together.
You can find new episodes every Tuesday at partyofonepodcast.com.
Hey people, this is Aram. Welcome back to Godsfall, a proud member of Neon Rival. Join the collective at neonrival.com. Episode 74, Crossing the Line. When we last left our heroes, they had rescued a blind dwarf who was the arisen god of the astral realm from the hands of Kadarian soldiers. While some of the party were suspicious, Para and Caitlin were quick to welcome her, as were the owlbear cublets. Once they had returned to Steelbeard, Para told the others that he had seen another godling in Campania. He, Caitlin, and Dorro entered the astral realm with the help of the Eye of Saw and Xion's guiding hand. Once there, they found a fire giant, the arisen god of fire, and followed him to a massive temple deep in the heart of the city. He was there to meet with a dwarf who radiated the divine energies of both earth and invention.
My name is Michael. I play Xion Praeten, a 6th level human sorcerer.
My name's Steven and I play Torrvic Wildtongue, a level 6 paladin dwarf.
My name's Kelly, and I play Rina Falaval, a 6th level wild elf ranger.
My name is Doug, and I play Dorro Knott, the level 6 halfling rogue.
My name is Serena, and I play Caitlin Wainwright, a level 6 human rogue.
My name is Carlos, and I play Para Rivers, a 6th level human cleric.
Before you is this massive temple, clearly dwarven or Kadarian in design. All of the building is made of these giant slabs of simple, straight stone with no embellishment or grandeur besides the sheer size of the thing. In the astral realm, it all radiates with that pink and purple energy, as does the god of fire, this spinning column of flame, as he ascends the stairs and enters the temple. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go for it.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, we're going to do this stealthily.
Sneakily. So it's walking up steps?
Yeah, so imagine like a wide open steps up and then a huge open doorway, right? And this on all sides of it. So it's kind of like an octagon. So you go up, in, and then back down because there's seating on the inside of it facing center area on the floor. So I'd say about 3 stories up and then 2 stories down.
Are there windows?
No windows.
No
just
windows?
Big open areas.
Yeah, I want to approach and see what I can see inside there, what's going on inside there.
All right, everyone roll stealth.
27.
11.
1.
Nice. Column of fire.
Started off great.
Right into it.
So you right up it and are so quiet and perfect. They almost lose track of you. You have been trained by Dorro pretty good, but it's just like, it doesn't look quite as good. You're obviously trying hard to make sure it works.
I think Caitlin sees Dorro just vanish and doesn't see him and kind of panics a little bit. And so she kind of fumbles into stealth.
So you see him go up and her go up, and they both look pretty cool, and so you try and
maybe
follow.
he's overthinking it, and he's just like 1 foot, 2 foot, but he's not paying attention. Like people can still see him. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you remember you guys are all in the astral realm.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
But like someone could
Right.
see him.
Yes,
Yeah.
if they're
He's
looking
not,
towards
yeah,
you,
he's
correct.
not. He's kind of like out in the open, like walking up the steps.
Yeah. So you guys, and then they're all kind of ducked behind a pew or something. Well, there aren't any pews. There are just
How
seats
the
going
seating?
down.
Is it just like stairs?
Think just bleacher seating going all the way down in stone.
Is there
and then
columns supporting like a...
So like a Roman amphitheater type of thing?
basically, but there are no columns. It's one big, huge open roof. So there's nothing really to hide behind once you get in. You could hide at the entrance, tucked behind the walls.
Yeah, if there's nowhere... I mean,
There
if
are
the whole
3
inside is open...
flower pots.
Pick them up.
And I break
one of
them.
them's a really big vase.
You know what, there aren't any supports, but there are large copper braziers around the area. Braziers? How do you say that?
Braziers. Yeah.
Braziers. So there's large copper
Are they lit?
braziers.
They're
They are
lit.
not lit right now, so you could easily hide behind them. You
Oh,
could hide
yeah.
behind them whether they were
Yeah.
lit or not.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then that's probably where I would have been heading.
All right, so you all kind of like
Yeah,
hide
Yeah.
behind.
duck behind them. Yeah.
You get in just in time to watch this large column of fire descend the stairs, and as it's doing so, the fire recedes into it, and the form grows and grows and grows until it is a fire giant. Walks towards this long stone table in the middle of the floor, in the middle of this amphitheater, arena, church, whatever it is. And there's a chair on the end sized just for him. He drags it out, sits, pulls himself in, and at the other side is a dwarf. And as you guys look at this dwarf, you can see divine energies circling around him as well. And it's showing you things that you've never seen before. Inventions, machines, things you could never even imagine, all flying around him. And then rising up beyond that is the mountain, as you see the very earth bending to his will.
Guys, quiet.
Okay.
As soon as the giant sits, the dwarf gestures towards him. Thank you for making it. It's been hard to reach you.
I don't know why I am here, or what you have to offer me.
I have many things, but how about a lava forge?
Why would you give me this?
Why? Because you want it. And because I believe you and I are going to be of great benefit to one another.
What are you guys doing in the meantime?
Do we have a sense on who these people are?
I would like you to roll intelligence. You could also roll history if you have a higher score on that.
Or not. History buff. I got a 7. I'm real smart.
He's made of fire.
That one's stone, and that one's fire.
21.
I think it's like 19.
Para, you recognize, of course, that he's probably the god of stone. You recognize that whatever those things are must be inventions that haven't been invented yet.
Those are things that haven't happened, haven't come into being yet, that will. These things will happen.
Creepy.
Can I roll an insight to see if like I can, because we don't know who they are personally, right?
Right.
Okay. So like we don't know if they're bad.
That's fair.
I mean, insight would tell me.
I mean, that's a fire giant.
Yeah, but that's who they are in the astral realm.
Well,
am I not differently in the?
I
thought
you
we were
still
all
look
different.
just like you, but you have your aura of your person about
Isn't that
you.
what he is, or no?
No, I mean he's
is like
a
a literal
fire
fire
giant,
giant.
who is
Yeah.
also the god of fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He doubled down on that. Look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, god of earth, not stone.
17. So
yeah,
what are you
17.
looking for?
So I want to. What sense do I get of? As a listener, I know I'm listening to Skeletor talk to Skeletor. Right. But as like
a person in
as
the
a
moment.
player, am I like
The fire giant, as they're talking back and forth and getting introductions over, the fire giant is clearly aggressive, angry, and haughty. The other gentleman is just cold as ice. That dwarf doesn't let emotions come into anything at all. He's polite. He's respectful. Even when the fire giant starts, like, why are you wasting my time? Doesn't bother him, doesn't faze him at all. He clearly has a plan, and he is presenting it in a very logical way. But you don't really get a read off him emotionally either way.
Can we see magical items in the world? Like, do they light up or whatever?
Here's the thing. Yes. I mean, Godstone would certainly light up. If they were wearing something that was prevalent on them that you could see, yes, they would light up. So let's say...
Do my robes count?
Yes, certainly. So if they saw your robes, they would light up. Absolutely. But also if they saw you.
Yeah, I light up.
The dwarf certainly has things on him. There's a ring on each finger that is glowing. The robe, this highly detailed robe that's bright blue with gold stitching, glows. There's a glow from under the table, so either he's wearing pants or boots or something that is magical. So yeah, there's a couple things on him.
As you're going over all these things and they're going through Dorro's head, he's wringing his hands and licking his lips and looking at their stuff.
You can just hear a cash register going, right? Your eyes kind of flip over.
Inventory is being taken in a mental memory of how much everything is and where it is and how much it might weigh approximately. And okay, yeah, he's got braces and some shoes and some kind of ring.
He's on a throne eating a turkey leg now. There's maidens surrounding Dorro, but when they move their veil, it's just Dorro's face.
or it's just a bag of money.
It's just more money. Money just falls out of the veil. Belly dancer.
Yeah, man.
He's not wearing a crown, is he?
No, he's not wearing a crown. Even he's not that obvious.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The entire area, it's completely empty. Besides.
Completely empty except for them and you.
And that table.
Correct.
I would turn to Dorro and Caitlin and just be like, we should leave.
As soon as you do that, and this is where your one comes into play, you turn to leave and you put your hand back to steady yourself and you just touch the lip of the brazier and your fingers touch the coals. And astral fire explodes out from the brazier in this huge burst of flame. And the dwarf and the giant look directly at you. Flips open this little clamshell device he has near him. It glows pink in his hand, and all of a sudden, you guys feel cut off from your astral threads, like there's a force that had rose around you and has now sealed you off. Where you are, there's flailing and shaking, like they're all gone into some sort of seizure.
I reach out with my divinity, and I clasp the Eye of Saw and lift it from their hands.
Roll wisdom.
13.
It's resisting you. Something is resisting you. You can't quite get it out.
Then I walk over and kick it.
Okay, I would like you to roll strength.
It falls into the ocean.
4.
Okay, you walk over and you kick it, and you are able to kick it out of their hands, but there is this explosion of energy as you do, and you are blasted back and slammed against a wall. 15 points of damage, and your wrist is shattered. And you guys are now, as the dwarf was standing, he's like, well, well, well. What do we have here? And then, bink, you guys vanish and appear back in your bodies gasping.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hera! Why did you do that?
I know, I didn't see it. It was, he was on fire and just...
He didn't mean to. He didn't mean to.
Zion, what's wrong?
Zion!
I'm sorry, I hurt my arm.
The bone is sticking through his skin.
I'm gonna run over and heal him.
God, that looks terrible.
What is his healing, like, what?
Yeah, okay.
For a
so
bone.
We've been super
liberal with this.
This is why it's been so liberal. He has the ability to convert solar energy into first level spells. So he never ever, as long as he's under the sun, he never spends a spell slot at first level. So you can just do cure light wounds, you can just do cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds over and over again until it's done. You just grip his hand and just channel sun. Is it daytime?
Yeah, it's afternoon.
Right. So you can just channel the sun's energy into his wrist until he's healed.
Gotcha. So he runs over. I imagine he's holding his wrist in his hand, and he puts like both his hands like on his wrist, and is like, "I don't want to worry you, but there's a fire giant."
Hardly the time.
Okay, I'm gonna hear you now.
It stings for a second.
It's like bad news with bad news. Just like, you think that's bad news? Check out this bad news.
And eventually you are healed, though.
But also at this point, Rina comes busting in. She's trying to smack into a wall, and she has like bow out, and she's and she's like surveying the room, and she's like
one of those little front spins before she enters the
like comes in. She's on her knee, and she's like looking around the room, and she's like, "Everything all right? What happened?"
We're going to be fine. I grab my tongs out of my pack, and I clasp the Eye of Saw and put it back into my pack.
As you do that, the door slams open. Again, an oinker bursts through. It's like, Ray, and then and walks over to you and kind of, what's up?
So Sparks, Caitlin, what happened? Dorro.
We need to leave.
There's.
Let's leave now.
Okay.
Steelbeard, it's time to go.
And
Please make the ship leave.
his face just appears in the wall behind you. Why, yes, my friend. Ah! Raising anchors now.
Yes, please, quickly.
Sails
quickly.
up, and should I activate the fog?
All the fog.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Do that fog thing.
You hear a foghorn go off. Done, my friends.
They saw us, Dorro. They saw us.
Who saw you? What happened?
Funny thing about that column of fire. It turns out it was a fire giant, like in those stories they tell.
A fire giant like we heard about as being the god of fire?
Okay, that one's on me, guys. Yes, like the one we heard about.
Well, maybe we should make contact and ask them to help us.
Oh,
No.
We sort of did make contact.
They saw us, and he had a friend with him. His friend was a creator that had things that I've never seen before. Things that that don't exist in dreams yet.
Did all three of us recognize that the one person was like two things?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Versus all of us who have all been one.
No, there was definitely two divinities dancing about inside him. It was two distinctly different energies.
I grab Zion's arm.
What?
So, okay, you know how we all kind of look a certain way in the astral?
Yes.
We are all kind of a thing?
In our divine form, yes.
One of them was two.
What were his two things?
Well, she definitely saw one of them. Do you remember what the future stuff was about?
They had these ideas around them just swirling about, and they would flash with cogs and gold and brass, and then this other material I've never seen before, just swirling around him, these ideas.
And what was the other thing that you saw?
I think it was like earth. It was like mountains and rocks, the ground stuff.
Piecing it together, we knew that the god of earth was a trapped gnome in Haldir, and we knew that the god of invention was, somebody big in Haldir. So I'm assuming then he must have somehow subsumed that poor gnome and took her power.
They can do that?
We've always assumed so.
I'm totally picturing Oinkers in the background on like a dry erase board, like doing all the numbers, like all the Goodwill Hunting calculations in the background.
Has just turned into like a little pink monkey so she can hold the chalk.
Yeah. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah.
There's a little quiet moment while you all are thinking about that, and the door busts open one more time, and Torrvic is half naked with his axe.
What's all that noise that's going on out here? I'm trying to sleep.
You missed all the fun, Torrvic.
You don't know what I did.
Good morning, buddy. How's it going?
Where have you guys been?
Shopping.
Shopping?
Did you pick me on anything nice?
Torrvic.
What?
Did we?
I saw a fire giant.
No way. Where did you see that?
It was over there. I point in the direction.
Well, why aren't we going that way? Why are we going the other way?
You want to go see the fire giant?
Hell yeah.
No, you
Go
don't.
back to
you
sleep,
don't wanna
Torrvic.
see him.
No, Torrvic, it's bad. It's very bad. We're in a lot of
You
danger.
know what's bad is the dreams you give me. There's no...
Hey,
We don't have time for this. Let's get out of here, boat.
The boat's already
It's
moving.
already moving. Yeah.
Oh, it is moving.
All right, I've been on it for several minutes.
Steelbeard, can you keep an eye on Dudala, please?
As a dwarf, would I have...
Dudala is on the deck.
What?
Is he like Hal? Is Steelbeard like Hal now? Just Hal 2000?
Yeah, basically.
He knows where everything is.
Rina's out of the room.
I can't let you do that, Rina.
I'm sorry, Dave.
So you've sprinted
Yeah,
out.
I'm sprinting
Okay,
out.
is
Did
anyone
I-
going after her? Oinkers charges after you.
Okay. I told her to come with me.
With me, Oinkers.
Yeah, with me, Oinkers, together.
All right, you guys charge up. Sorry, go
Did I
ahead.
ever hear them talking about the dwarf?
No, you didn't. You just bust in right at the tail end of it. But they can fill you in while they run up. Yeah. So you guys charge up the steps and onto the deck, arrow out and everything. Yeah. And Dudala is just standing at the bow of the ship.
Dudala? What you doing up here?
Well, unfortunately, they're coming.
Who?
We must warn the others. I thought they'd be further along. I didn't think they'd be able to find me here, but they have.
Group of who?
There's a group that hunts us, hunts our kind, and if they catch us, they will kill all of us.
We got names? Something?
They call themselves the Line.
The Line?
We must tell the others.
Why didn't you tell about this before?
I didn't. Just come, please. Let's warn
okay.
the others. And she reaches out to grab your hand, and she's
Yeah.
using her walking stick again.
Uh-huh.
So in this world, she clearly is blind.
I just pick her up.
She kind of smacks your hand with her cane. She's like, I'm fine, child. Just lead me there, please.
All right, okay.
And she walks rather quickly when she's...
Oinker, help her on the other side.
All right, excellent, yeah. And Oinker's kind of... You lead her back down a stairs, and just as they finish explaining...
So we're all freaking out and telling you, okay, so tell them really quick what happened. What happened?
Well, there was this flame giant, and then there was this dwarf.
A dwarf?
Yeah, he was a lot of things.
He appears to be a double god of some sort.
And you said he's from Haldir, right?
Yeah, Haldir.
Would I know anything like that or anything about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Go ahead and... I mean, you probably would just know, so roll with advantage, but roll history.
No, don't know who you're talking about.
He's still recovering.
He liked recess in school.
I remember that guy. We totally gave him wedges.
All right, so you guys are all just shouting at him, like, you get the gist of what happened. And boom, they bust back into the room.
Guys, it's even worse than we thought.
Oh my god, why is everyone
Now what?
panicking?
What did she do? Pointing to the Dudala.
I have been chased frequently. It's part of the reason why I tried to just keep such a low profile. But there is a group. They call themselves the Line. They are mortals with very, very powerful items, and they hunt people like us. They've hunted the arisen godlings in an effort to capture us, and in their belief, keep us from harming others. They will show no mercy.
So they're like Kadarians?
Kadarians with god powers.
You said they were mortals.
They are mortals.
Well,
but
I mean,
they
so are we,
have
but,
very powerful items.
And how did you come to know about all of this?
They came from me once, and I was able to escape, but just barely.
And have you ever seen them actually kill a godling?
No, but I have heard tales of them going after others.
Which ones?
I have talked to one other before. The god of sound. I've heard his songs. They had heard them too. I believe they went after him. I do not know if he escaped or not.
How are they coming? By boat?
I do not know. Some can fly, but I sense them. I sense them near.
In which direction do you sense them?
And she'd point towards the west.
All right, I immediately reach out to all the birds in the area and just have them do perimeter. Just flying around, see if they can see anything.
It'll take about a minute. So you're reaching out to all the birds and wanting them to like scout this area of the ocean.
Just, yeah.
All right, everybody, let's get up to the deck.
Dorro, up top with your spyglass.
Good idea. I teleport to the crow's nest.
And it's like just peeks out of the top of the fog. You know, he's able
He's
to
on top of the cloud.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a little
Dorro half head
Dorro on
peeking
top
out
of a cloud.
Yeah, exactly. What are you looking for?
Probably a ship. He did say, or she did say, one of them flies. So every once in a while, I'll look up into the sky and look around. And
I would like you to roll. What spot in this world?
Perception.
God damn it! I'd like you to roll perception
in this dimension. Everything's coming up Doug today. 23.
All right, so you scan the water, and it really doesn't take you long. You just kind of scan right to left, and boom, there is this ebony ship with black sails coming towards you at an incredible speed.
So where is it in relation to the ship?
Due west, and you're heading west right now.
So we're heading toward it?
Yeah.
Bad-looking ship off the bow. And I point, assuming
we can't see you.
Can we tell how far it is?
Well, you guys can't see anything because there's fog everywhere.
Oh, we can't see anything.
Yeah, only
Okay.
Dorro can see.
Okay.
So if it's going that way, I say, Steelbeard.
Yes.
Can you see that other ship over there?
I can see nothing.
Good.
That's a design flaw.
That
Yes, it
actually
is.
is one of the problems with it. When they activate that fog field, they can't see. So they just keep going in a straight line. Once they have a clear navigation path, they'll activate it. If they activate it in a busy channel, they could crash right into another ship.
Right. So if they see us anyway, so I would say drop the fog, but that's up to you.
We can see them, but they can't see us. You
Only
can see
he can
no,
see them.
I'm pretty sure they can tell where we are because they're coming for her.
So they're all probably like pinging us somehow.
So they'll get to us. That's not gonna stop us. But
So I'm gonna turn into a sparrow and fly way up in the hot sky so I can get a good bird's eye view and just kind of float around like I look like a sparrow, not, with a beard.
A sparrow with a beard.
Yeah.
That's the one that you kept?
Yeah. And all my animals have
animal
beards.
has-
Also,
That's the only-
little axe. Little sparrow axe.
Little feet axe.
Oh, man. Someone's going to draw that shit.
Caitlin Crafts.
Okay. You run to the edge, leap into the air, and turn into a sparrow. And Oinkers is right on your tail. So there's two little sparrows that fly into the air. I'm going to show everyone. Hang on.
One pink and one with a beard.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one big one with the beard. You guys kind of flit around this ship. The two of you soar out of the fog surrounding Steelbeard and spiral into the air. And as you swoop back down, you spot the ship pursuing you. It is a smaller ebony craft with bat-like sails traveling at a tremendous speed, far faster than those sails could possibly provide thrust. Near the back of her ship, at the helm, is a woman dressed in a cloak of raven's feathers. A red mask covers her eyes, and black leather adorns the rest of her. Next to her captain's wheel are a series of levers and pulleys that, as she manipulates them, seem to control all aspects of the ship.
Well, if you really wanted to deal with some dangerous gods, there's a couple of them right over there.
Yeah.
We love the eye of
Is there any way we can cloak ourselves?
I wonder,
Turn off your gods.
They're after Dudala. What if we just teleport?
Push her off the boat.
You can have her.
Dudala's explained to us that they're not friendly.
Dudala has said that they're here to hunt gods, basically.
But they're godlings themselves, is what she said.
No, they're not.
No,
They're
they have
mortals
godly
with
magic
They have,
weapons.
they have
Okay,
magic
all right.
weapons so powerful that they are as of gods. And as you're actually thinking about that, you spot this crimson and gold armored, must be a dwarf because short and stout, flying, just comes circling around the ship and is just soaring through
Like
the
Iron
air.
Man?
Exactly like Iron Man. But
Iron Dwarf?
A dwarf, but short, and is carrying this staff in their hands that is crackling with energy at either end.
So it looks like that staff is what's propelling him to fly.
No, it has energy, so it might
Okay.
be. Yeah, it might be
like a
providing it.
broom. Cack.
No.
What's the magic word?
At the very front of the ship is a huge gray-skinned woman with a horn protruding out of the front of her head that's like strapped on some kind of headband. And she has a huge shield covered in red scales and a giant golden hammer in her hand. There's also a person right next to her, much shorter, humanoid with a green cloak, a green mask, and a pair of crossbows.
So it's just them 4 sitting on top?
Yep, just the 4 of them.
No crew?
As you're watching, the woman who's got all this huge cloak of feathers on her, it's like all around her main wheel there are these huge levers, and she'll occasionally throw one forward or pull one back, and you can see these huge ropes going along the deck and up. Everything's connected by pulleys and chains, and she's able to throw these things back and forth and raise sails and pull in other sails and turn. So she seems to be able to control all aspects of the ship right from where she is.
I'm gonna head back.
Gotcha. So you've swung the boat around. You guys are just kind of staring through fog because it's even thicker behind you. And then all of a sudden, 2 birds pop out of the fog and open their wings so they slow down and poof, land. And Oinkers unfolds and you unfold as well.
Well, we've got a problem, lads.
What did you see?
Oh, good. More problems.
Well, we've got this guy who's floating around in some armor, flying around the ship like a bird. I don't know how he's doing it. Some girl with feathers all over her, and they don't look very nice.
Caitlin, you can tell she's very, very troubled, and she is gripping her dagger, and she's kind of whispering to herself, "I can't go back. I won't go back. I can't go back. I won't."
You've got to stop doing that. What? Go back where? No one's gonna take you anywhere. You're with us. You're fine.
Oinkers sees that you're really upset and walks over to you and kind of headbutts you and nuzzles you, and then like from your back you can feel like some like biting, and the 2 owlbears are also there, and they're kind of biting at your ankles and like,
Everything's going to be fine.
Animal comfort.
Yeah.
Caitlin, could you take the owlbears down below?
Yeah.
To safety, then come back because we'll need your help.
Oh, okay. And she just
giving her something to do.
Yeah. Yeah. She appreciates that, and she takes the owlbears and heads down.
Steelbeard has built kind of like this little low-walled wooden pen and filled it with straw, so you can always kind of like just dump them off in there.
So we're fucked.
We are godlings. Get it together, people. Power poses.
I mean, I say we turn around and go right for them. They're going to catch us eventually.
So you think their boat is faster than ours?
Oh, absolutely. That thing's made of, I don't know, it's all black and...
It's faster than any boat you've ever seen.
Fine. This fog is doing us no good then. Steelbeard, if you could, please drop the fog.
I will do that, my friend. And, in thin tendrils within a minute, it's just gone.
Okay, looking out, what do we see? How far away are they? When are they going to get here?
So now coming up behind you is this black obsidian boat, and towards the front of it is lashed what must be like a 3-foot-long godstone, which has now started to glow as they're getting closer. They're about maybe 5 minutes away at this speed.
Are we going to just take them on straight on?
To the death?
If they're out to get us, I mean, could we talk them out of it?
They didn't talk to me. They just came for me. But there are many of us, and you and I can defend the others.
What are you talking about?
And she reaches out the bridge to you.
Hold on.
This is not a consensual bridge.
Bad touch.
Hold on. Explain what you're doing here first.
You can form a shield. I can form a shield. Our energies are different, but if we combine, that shield should be strong enough at least to repel them for a while.
And how did you learn of the bridge?
I've connected with others. I told you I met the god of storms.
Sorry, sound. Pardon me.
No, Dudala, you said you had heard stories of the sound.
And I reached out along great distances, and I connected. I call it the bridge. The words were just there. It was just there. I knew what it was. I can feel it with all of you as well.
So I look over at Xion, like, questioning Dudala, and get a sense that, like, he's not asking a question, he's questioning her. I want to cast Zone of Truth on her.
Okay, absolutely.
So is she telling the truth?
She seems to be telling the truth.
She's telling the truth. We need to do something now.
We don't have much time. Please.
All right, Dudala, let's form a bridge.
Roll wisdom.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so you reach out to form a bridge, and she reaches out too, and there's this blast of energy. Ah! You take 4 points of damage.
Whoa! I go to pick up Dudala.
I run over to Xion
It's
right
okay.
away.
Save your powers. Save your powers.
But it's like free if I do it during the day, right?
Yeah, totally free.
I just run over and I ignore him, and as I'm healing him, I like look up and like he's like focused on his hand, and I'm just like, we gotta stop meeting like this, and just like heal him.
Thanks, babe.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry. The bridge crackled.
At this point, you all can see a gold and crimson armored figure flying now forward from the ship and gaining even more speed upon you.
All right, let's try again, Dudala. 18.
You all feel their energies shoot towards each other, and even though you're not part of it, you can see that bridge formed. Any one of you feels like you could simply join the bridge at any time. And the second it's formed, they both vanish. Xion, you and Dudala are now in the astral realm.
This doesn't look like a shield to me, Dudala. What's happening?
As you look over to her, she is now rising up from the deck, and her eyes begin to crackle with energy. I'm incredibly sorry, my child.
God.
But I needed a place where I would be stronger. I don't wish to harm you, but hand over the Eye of Saw. Thank you for joining us for episode 74, Crossing the Line. For my DM's notes on this episode and character art for all of our characters and major NPCs, head over to patreon.com/Godsfall. It is due to your generous support that Serena Marie was able to join the cast as Caitlin Wainwright, and your continued support will allow us to expand the Godsfall world even further. We are also at the last call for print copies of the Godsfall Worldbook. There are less than 70 copies left, so if you want to make sure you get one, head over to worldbook.com.godsfall and reserve yours today. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time in the world of the Five Kingdoms.